With the Caddis Fly Shop, an Oregon fly fishing blog. Today I'm going to be tying for you a really productive pattern I found lately that I kind of made up. I call it a 5 bead caddis because it has 5 beads. Super simple, sort of guide style fly in a sense that you can tie really quick with not a lot of materials. Works really great to imitate the pupa that are on the move or ascending. It's got no weight, as you can see, so it can be dropped under a single dry like an elk hair caddis. It's really good for fishing in shallower water where you can't have a tungsten bead, and it kind of just tumbles around naturally and blows around, naturally like those nymphs do. I often will tag it off the back of even a large stonefly or something to get it deep off some lighter tippet, so it just blows around really naturally. The beads allow sun to get in there, so it's a good searching fly too. The fish see it, especially when it's bright, so we'll get going with it. For sake of time, I put all the beads on. You're going to use 5 beads, 3 of the green, 4 of the green, 1 root beer. The beads I'm using are these Tyers beads in a size small. This is iridescent olive, and this one is root beer. Those are the colors I use. And so, using an olive 7 Denier thread, and you start your thread wraps up here. You're kind of going to have to zigzag across the beads real quick to work your way back, and that also helps secure them a little bit. So I like to kind of secure my thread and also use it as a marker to see where I want to leave space for the Peacock Herl. Normally I kind of measure a little bit. I like right about there, and so this takes a little practice, but you got to loosen up the thread to get around each bead. Once you do it a couple of times, it's not too hard, but this is a really quick fly to tie. It's easy to crank out a ton of them super fast. And so now that we worked our way back, we need to build up a little kind of thread stopper to keep these beads from moving. We'll also secure this with UV resin. That helps a lot. And then so I will take wraps back here over these beads. You'll be able to see just how quick this fly goes because we're already almost done. Next, I take a little piece of Peacock Herl. Just any old Peacock Herl works. And I will tie that in here. And then I will take a little piece of cinnamon tip turkey feather. You probably want to use something from down here because you hardly need any. And we'll tie that in, and that'll just be the little case over this Peacock Herl. Kind of helps keep it secure and protects the top of it from getting too chewed up. And then I will bring this around, and we'll get our bobbin out of the way. And just since this fly is kind of small, I don't like to use the rotary function for this part, because then I'm going to have to unwind my thread. It'll crowd the head just because it's kind of tight quarters in here for this part. And so just do a couple wraps until you can bring it up to the front. You can even go back if you want to add more. That looks good to me. And so what we'll do next is secure this. And then we'll snip that off. Bring the this kind of thorax cover over. And then we'll snip that off and whip finish, and we're all done. Something that this fly doesn't need, but I highly recommend, is UV resin to help keep it secure. If you don't use UV resin, I would just kind of secure those beads a little tighter and maybe add a little bit bigger of a stopper on the back. UV resin kind of makes it indestructible. I like to first do a little bit back here to make sure that the beads don't slide off the hook. So I'll just do a little drop back there and cure that real quick. Then I like to just do a quick layer over the beads and let it soak in, and then it'll cure the inside and secure them there. And then I'll do a little bit up front just on that front wrap because I don't want to have to tie a ton of these because they're falling apart. So I'll just add just a little bit. You don't need a ton. Just kind of let it soak in a little bit. You still want to see that cool segmentation look the beads give. We'll let that cure, and then we'll just do a little bit at that top thread wrap. You don't want it really to soak into the Peacock Herl. And that's it, 5 bead caddis. Super quick and easy, works super good. You want to spend more time fishing it than tying it. So, let us know how you like it.